Let's go.
Hey guys, this is Shinx and welcome back to another One Piece Bounty Rush video. So in this video, we'll be taking a look at the support tags, and I guess it's a guide video because some people might have been asking me like, how do I go for the support percentage? So in this video, I'll be trying a bit to talk about it. So okay, before that, let me just explain the different types of the teams you can run. So obviously the first one would be the mono team. So okay, wait, let me show. Mono team will be essentially the using two of the same elements at the start, as in for your party. So the advantages of this is both characters get the most benefits out of the supports, because for your support characters, you don't have to go for you don't have to split your elements. So if you didn't know, you can put up to 10 characters for these support slots. So if you go for a mono team, all 10 characters can be green element, so you get the most boost out of it. Because the way to build mono teams is, if you put the same element support characters for your party power, you will get like an increase. Okay, let me just show. So as you can see, right, at the moment it's all full blue, right, for all full green. So if I swap a blue green for a red, as you can see, from 112% it became 110%. So okay, that's not a perfect representation. Yeah, correct. So 110%. So it matters quite a lot if you put the correct element or not. Then I would say the next thing is obviously the 2-star and 3-star. So I guess when you start out the game, right, you should progress the by playing the story league battle, and soon enough you'll get 6-star of every 2-star and 3-star. So characters like the Sanji, this Kurubi, all will be maxed out sooner or later. So I would say that they are very, very good, because you can essentially build a team that just based on this. So let me just find so let's say I don't have a lot of 6-star gacha character. I don't even have one. So what I can do is I can put in something like that. Wait So okay, Shanks, if you play for 2 months, you get him as 6-star, so that is a easy get. Then who else? So Frankie. Then I need 2 more, right? So okay, let me just put these 2. Is there any characters that I'm missing? Yeah, I feel like that's it. Yep. Okay, that's most likely it. So as you can see here, okay, it's not the best, but you can do very decent with it. Like, this is the typical defenders boost. So what you want to do, right, is the text, which I'll talk about later. So it's totally doable as you go for the 3 characters that you 6-star. And do take note that the 4-star at 6-star obviously gives more support percentage than the 3-star and 2-star. So do take note of that. If possible, go for that. Then it's okay mixing the supports also. So next I'm gonna talk about is the type effect. So each character has their own type effects. So okay, let's say it's up to you if you want to go for mono teams or mixed team. So mixed team is basically, example, you see Dolphy and Law. So usually this team you will go for half red, half green support characters. That's the kind of the drawback. Like, it's not the maximum potential one unit can do, like compared to a mono team. But the thing is, at least you guys if the enemy is running a counter, like you are using two blues character, right? Then the enemy has a lot of greens. You'll die if you're using mono team, cause come on, it's normal for the elemental advantage. Then it's good if you are using a blue and red team, but this is totally up to you. So my favorite is just to use mono teams. So yeah. Then okay, back to type effects. So example, let's take a look at law. So for law, right, as you can see, this, if you click this icon above the favorites, there is basically the character type. So there's runners, paramecia, captain, grand line, worst gen. So let me show you all of the possible ones. So there's the attackers. Then attackers, I think you are pretty familiar with it. Like you have seen me using the attackers for quite some time. So all these, right, it's better if you hit level 5, basically the total 600, level 600. So if you guys don't know what is this total level 600, it basically means that it's level 600 of your, so you need 6 level 100 characters, or you can mix and match. So if you don't have level 100 characters, you can put level 80 characters. You will not obviously do every tag, but you'll work on some tags. So here comes the question. Is it better to go for the percentage boost or the support tags? So is it okay losing 10% but getting this East Blue effect, or is it better just to go for the support percent boost? I feel like yes, it's better to go for the support tag if you are missing only about maybe less than about 10% support percentage is still fine. Like unless it's really severely, such as what, 20-30%, then you might have to forgo a bit of the support boost. But yeah, then besides that, right, because the thing is the type effects is really strong. So as you can see, East Blue increase damage to the same enemies with the same type by 15%. So if you guys didn't know that the blue characters versus blue character, red versus red, green versus green, you have a neutral elemental damage. So you pretty much, it doesn't give it, you don't kill the enemy fast, but you don't you don't kill the enemy fast enough. You just do an okay amount of damage. So having this trait really improves a lot because you can kind of like, let's say there's a blue meta going on, everyone's using time skip Luffy. So what you can do is you can go time skip Luffy with East Blue tag. So even if you face other time skip Luffys, you don't have to worry because you have the extra 15%. So yeah, that's the attackers trait. So next, no, that's the East Blue trait. So next is attackers. Add another 200% attack and 5% crit. To be honest, this is not too insane because it's after the whole buff or anything. So to be honest, I would say that this is not too important. Next is captains. So captain, when your strength is less than 50%, 100% chance to resist stagger from projectile combo. So this is pretty insane because let's say your strength is basically, if you don't know what stagger is, I would say that let's say you're capturing a flag, someone attacks you, that is pretty much stagger. Then like while you're capturing the flag, you got cancelled and you cannot capture the flag. That's like because you got hit and you like do this weird movement where you get staggered. So yeah, this trait is pretty decent because I'll say that it's a counter to projectile characters. So projectile characters such as the Ace, the Zoro, who else? Yeah, then if you cannot get staggered when your strength is less than 50%, it helps you when you're capturing the flag because the last thing you want is the Zoro comes in, use one attack and kind of stagger you from preventing you from capturing the flag. So in that case, this trait is very decent. Then you can also go ahead, you can use this trait also to engage characters like Skypiea, Zoro, etc. Because if he doesn't stagger you, you can still advance forward and close in the distance to attack him. So yeah. Then when the strength is less than 30%, reduce damage received from projectile combos by 20%. So this is, I would say it's a kind of a last ditch thing, but you can't really rely on it because 30% of your HP is actually quite low, to be honest. Like, usually if you get reduced damage by 20%, you will still kind of get killed, I would say. So okay, next is Defender's trait. So Defender's tag increase defense by 2000. So like I said, basically the 200% stat is definitely not a lot, but it is definitely nice to have. Then Defender's trait will be increased treasure gauge recovery amount by 10%. To be honest, this is not the best. Like I personally don't really like that trait, to be honest. Like I would say you go for Runner's tag, because I'm gonna explain later soon. So Runner's tag increase HP by 800. So 800 is not that insane, but here's the good one. Increase base treasure gauge amount when you capture treasure by 30%. So I'll say that when you guys capture treasure, right, if you guys don't have any traits or anything, when you capture the treasure, you usually capture about 30 to 40% of the treasure gauge. So increasing this by another 30% is definitely very nice. So if you guys didn't know, I tried a runner's build with this tag, and it's quite insane, to be honest. So yeah, I would say this is one of the very decent one compared to attacker and defender. So next is Short Hair Pirates. Short Hair Pirates, I feel, is a very decent one, because as you guys know, the character boost is a thing now. So currently you can't get boost trait by 2, so you cannot get like 30% increase in crit damage. But in the future, I'm pretty sure people will get this increased crit damage by 30%. So what this trait does, what this type effect does, is it nullifies that. So by right, you're supposed to take 10k damage, but because of the character boost, right, the trait, you get 13k damage instead. But this thing helps nullify that, which is very decent. So yep. Okay, next, Paramecia. So Paramecia is when your strength is less than 50%, increase crit damage dealt by 20%. So Paramecia, generally I'm not a huge fan of these like conditional types, because you don't want to force yourself into, you don't want to get yourself purposely, and a lot of time if you play it right, you shouldn't try to take damage. So you should go for like maybe something like when strength is more than this amount, so something like that. But if it's under 50%, 20% crit damage boost is not too bad. So okay, next is Fishman. Fishman only has 2. So when the area around your enemy's treasure, reduce knockback distance by 20%. So this is pretty much like, let's say you are going to the enemy's treasure and the enemy croc uses skill 1 and you couldn't dodge, you usually get fling back very far, but this just reduce the distance by 20%. So not too significant. So yep. Next is Grand Line. So East Blue is great, like you can deal enough 15% more damage to enemies of the same element, but Grand Line is also kind of the same thing, but instead you'll take 15% damage lesser from the same element. So it kind of counteracts each other. Like if people is running East Blue, you're running Grand Line, it doesn't really affect each other. So yep. Then but if they are not running any support tags, you will benefit from this tag, so you will take less damage which is very very nice when fighting characters like time skip Luffy. Yeah. Then okay, next is Logia. Logia is basically when your strength is more than 50%, 100% chance to prevent stagger from projectile combos. Then when your strength is more than 70%, reduce damage taken from the projectile combos by 50%. I would say, right, okay, you saw that the Paramecia was very decent. Logia is the opposite of it. So instead of 50 and 30, it was below 50 and below 30. Now it's more than 50 and more than 30, 70. And I feel like this set, right, is a Skypiea Zoro counter. So it's a pretty decent runner type effect to have also. But do take note that obviously it depends on RNG. If the enemy is not using projectile characters, this type effect is useless. But if you're lucky and they are all using Sky Zoro, you're gonna benefit a lot. So I'll say this one not too important. So next, oh my god, is this guy. So new worst tag. As you guys seen my new worst video, if you haven't checked it out, so this tag is a new one. So usually last time it only had level 2, but now it was level 5. So what it does is increase damage dealt to enemies that you are weak against by 15%. So like what I explained in the other video, this trait is very nice because let's say I'm using a mono blue team and the enemy has so many green characters. On a normal circumstance, I would have been dead, but with this trait, with this type effect, I will have a fighting chance against them. Like even though I'm using time skip Luffy, I'll do insane amount of damage. And if you guys didn't know, I did in my video I had like a showcase of different type elements against the opposing element, and I'll say that this trait, to be honest, is very nice. Like normally if I will be facing my opposing element, I'll be like, oh god damn it, I'll probably die. But with this, I'll be like, there's a chance in me destroying him. So I love this tag. Like if possible, hit this, but get this tag, but it's super hard. Like all these characters are almost all gacha besides the Stampede Luffy and the Hawkins. So these two characters, besides these two characters, the rest are all time skip characters or Dressrosa or the what's that? The Stampede and the Wano and the Whole Cake ones. So it's so hard to get all of these characters at 6 star. So yep, if possible, definitely go for this. So next is worst gen. Oh my god. So worst gen, what it does is when in area around enemy's treasure, increase knockback distance by 30%, and in area around your captured treasure, increase knockback distance by 30%. Wow, this one actually is not too bad. Like 30% knockback increase helps you, especially if you are either a defender that has knockback. Like I would say that which character has 2 knockback abilities? Let me think. For the moment, I can't think of any, but if I do, yeah. So what it does is it helps characters that are that both skills are knockback skills. So this would really help them. Like increasing in knockback distance means that they might take 1 second more to cover your distance. So potentially, and that 30% might mean that he will fly out of the bridge or the fly out of the tree from the what's that, Shabody map. So very decent tech, to be honest. Next is the 7 Warlords of the Sea. So next, this one only has level 4 though. When your strength is more than 50%, increase status effect infliction effect by 15%. essentially, I believe what this means is that by right you're supposed to poison people by for 10 seconds, but now it's increased by 11.5 seconds, so it's okay. Then Navy, when in area around a captured treasure, reduce knockback distance by 60%. Pretty decent for defenders, to be honest. Like this kind of like a bit different from the worst gen is you can't get knockback, but you still get damage quite a lot. So okay, so those are all the tags that's possible. Now let me tell you guys what are the very decent ones to go for. So I'm pretty sure you guys, when I go through them, you already know already. So the top 3 that I'll say get it is New World, then either East Blue or Grand Line. So these are, I'll say, the almost a must get one. Like, then next, if possible, pair it with the Straw Hat Pirates. So Straw Hat Pirates, as you guys know, very decent. Like, it's quite effective against Stampede Sabo. As you guys know, Stampede Sabo, when your teammates dies, he increased crit by 300%. So almost all his hits will be freaking crits, and if you can reduce this crit damage by 30%, oh my god, it's gonna be the same thing as him using normal attacks on you, something like that. So besides that, then go for, I'll say, runners is very good. Runners is very good. Then attackers, I guess, can, not too bad. Then what else can you go for? Worst gen is decent. Wait. Yeah, worst gen is decent. Then I guess the rest is just kind of a mix and match thing. Like, it's, for me, right, I can only get 2 at most 3 tags if possible. Like, what I usually do is I get attackers, New World, and okay, let me just show you better. So this is the usual team that I'm running on, something like that. So I'll get attacker, Straw Hat, and New World. And bro, this tag is really good. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. So oh my god, that was a whole long talk. So yeah, hopefully you guys understand a bit more about the support tags, then whether or not to, how to go for, which tags can you go for, like which type effects to go for. Like in the future, I'm pretty sure there will be new type effects, and I'll be sure to go through them when they come out. So yeah, do like this video if you enjoyed it, and let me know what you guys feel about the type effects. Like, which one do you guys usually use, and which one do you guys actually go for? Then also let me know if you guys like actually because of this video you guys started putting tags and it worked out for you guys, something like that. So I guess that's it for this video. Do subscribe if you want to see more One Piece Bounty Rush content, and consider joining the Shing's Discord group, which is in the description below. Then thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.